Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Everspace.
Okay, what should I expect in this sector?
A very high chance of raiding outlaws and belligerent ochre.
Sorry I asked.
Right, you might have noticed there straight away that the voice actor for the protagonist has been changed. This is the latest update to Everspace and quite a few changes have been made. We're going to go into those during the course of this video. I don't know how many of them we'll actually see on this run through because this is still an active run through. And you may remember previously I had active some beam lasers here, so as we go over to the Outlaw Scout here we're going to see just how powerful and effective those actually are. And straight away his shields are gone instantly, look at that. A bit too far away to get an effective use out of them though. Right, where's the others? Have the friendlies taken them out? It does look like they have. Oh no, there's one more miles away, so we'll wait to go over and get him. Where did the item drop? I'm sure there must have been something. Yes, there was some credits there. So another beautiful area here, lovely a ring system there. Just look at the shadow from that Earth-like world. The only thing missing really is the ability to head on down to those planets and have a look. That's something I'd really love to be able to do. Gonna create some more consumables here as long as I've got the resources to do that. We want some scanning probes. We can only make one unfortunately, but that's enough for this area. Now another change here. One to the, oh no, we've used the damage booster. That's because I didn't set that as the primary option there. Never mind, we'll just use it from here. Right, the difference I was just about to mention there is that you now have to hold down the key to use the
This could be a sticky situation
consumables. Let's see how quickly we can deal with these.
It's like a swarm. Finish them off.
I hate drones.
Wow, this is not going good, is it?
You placed yourself in this predicament.
And I'll get myself out of it. One way or another. These things are so annoying.
Yeah, we've run out of missiles, so let's try some more light missiles. We can't craft many of them unfortunately, but hopefully it's going to be enough to get rid of these pesky blooming things.
Ouch, too much.
It's these beam ones that are the problem, and they're the ones I probably should have taken out first, to be perfectly honest. Oh, this is crazy. Absolutely mad. Looks like we might be in trouble here. This went down a lot quicker than I was expecting. Let's try and get out of the range a little bit, just in time for the shields to build up a bit. Dodging and weaving here from bit to side. We've now got the shields recharged, so we can try and head back into the various fighters here. Loads of them. No missiles left, unfortunately. Oh, this thing, I don't think this is going to last too well, is it? Let's see if we can get over to some friendly fighters here. Maybe they'll help out. Well, let's see. Are you going to help? Doesn't look like they are, does it? Oh, come on. That shield's not lasting very long at all, unfortunately.
That was not good.
Right, now I think the only option here is to simply get out of here. Assuming I can do it? Nope, I can't even do that. I had the chance when I was far enough away, but... well, that went down in a burst of flames, didn't it? Oh well, not to worry. It is what it is. 7,776 credits made, and hopefully on this new run we're about to go through some of the new changes. So here is one of those changes I'm speaking of. Enhancements available. Go to the setup screen in order to install or uninstall enhancements. Note that enhancements can't be unequipped during runs. Some enhancements will only offer smaller value changes. Others will come with big positive and negative effects and can greatly affect a run. During runs, go to the stats screen to see which enhancements you've equipped and what their effects are. So, what ship do we want? We want this ship, don't we? One of the other things that has also been changed is you can change the ship's colour. I'm not sure quite where you do that from. Maybe from here. Yeah, there's some colours available here. If you look, we can change these. I actually like the default colours. Now, a few of these are locked. Quite a few of them, actually. And they were available through new runs. Should we go for all white? We go for all red. Oh, we can't go for all red just yet because red is locked. There we go. Let's just go for a rather plain military grey. Right, so we've got some perks to buy. Actually, first we'll back to setup. We'll have a look at some of these enhancements here. So these are all new. I'm going to use them on the Interceptor. And you can see as I change ship, we've got different enhancements for the other ships as well. That's the Colonial Gunship, the Colonial Scout, and the Interceptor, which is my main ship. So what can we change here? You've unlocked 1 out of 3 loadouts for the Colonial Interceptor. Reach Sector 4 with the Colonial Interceptor to unlock Loadout B. Well, that's a bit of a shame, because I haven't got to Sector 4 just yet, obviously. So these are some of the enhancements we can install. What do we got at the moment? Saves 0 to 50% of fuel when jumping. Increases the jump charge duration and cooldown by 100%. Well, I'm not too worried most of the time about the jump charge. The only time it would have been useful is in scenarios like just a moment ago when I was trying to escape an all-out assault. But that happens very rarely, and it wasn't much use to me there because... Right. Subroutines can occasionally be found in derelict colonial stations. Colonial stations are another new change. We're going to hopefully see one of those on the upcoming mission. And glyphs are currently not available and will be added in one of the next patches. Alright, so effectively all of these changes seem to be not in the game just yet. The only one we do have is the jump drive change. So let's head on over to the perks and spend some of these, I guess. What do we want to spend? Critical hit damage. Critical hit chance. It's quite expensive, you know. Component damage repair costs. Nanobot efficiency. We'll upgrade that. And we'll upgrade it again. And we'll upgrade it again. And unfortunately we can't upgrade it one more time, but that's quite a nice thing. Component damage repair costs. Decreases the cost of repairing damaged ship components. Now these costs are talking about the repairs when you use the trading ships or the dockable ships that are strewn throughout the various sectors. You can dock with them, and up until now you could repair and get the full repair, assuming you had enough money. But now they've essentially reduced that right down. The effectiveness of the repair is determined by the perk that you've got here. Decreased probability of a ship component damage. We will go for that. So that just about spends all my money. There's probably a little bit left, but I'm not too worried about a couple hundred credits. It's not going to make any drastic changes to the outcome of anything, I guess. Yeah, we can't spend that anyway. So time to head on out then. Let's have a look at the stats. They're all not too good. Anyway, let's launch. There's still perks that can be upgraded. Yes, the perks that can be upgraded are on other ships, and they're very minor. And we're going to launch in normal mode as usual. And off we go on another run, back to Sector 1, but with a few new changes to the game. And we've still got some challenges here. In fact, there is a new challenge. That's not listed there, but the game does have a new challenge. And that's essentially to survive a warship attack. I'm not in any hurry to try that out, though. There we go, new device installed and quite a few credits to boot. Quite a few enemies around here already by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Now, the skyboxes, we should hopefully see a few more of these on the way through the game now, because these two have been changed. They basically made a alteration to the way the skyboxes are generated, and that means that there's now an increased variation in skyboxes. I think this one is pretty much the same as what we've seen before. If not, it's very, very similar. Let's go get this outlaw scout, and we will then deploy a scanning probe in a minute and see what we can find in... Oh, we bumped him. So what we can find in the system here. Not sure if the payments have been changed. I don't think there was any mention of that in the patch notes, but 500 credits for each of those 2 ships destroyed. That's quite a high payout at this early stage. There's another Okar fighter. I'm going to make sure I eliminate as many fighters as I can before I use a probe and start searching around the area. And we've got someone with a beam. The beam will take down my shield pretty quickly, and we should really eliminate him at the first opportunity. Alright, we don't need the fuel. That was one perk I perhaps should have actually brought a moment ago. Oh, I pressed the wrong key again. Now, they have changed, like I say, the consumable key. I've got that bound to C, which is the default key. And before, you only used to have to tap the key and it would activate the consumable. Now you have to hold it down. And I do wish it would do it on these particular abilities as well. This is the weapon overdrive. Then again, holding it down might cause more problems than it's actually worth, because usually when you want it instantly. Right, where are those other ships? Don't see. So we're going to use the probe here. You don't have to actually hold the key down for very long here. It looks to be less than a second. So we've got a lot of consumables around here now, and lots of things we can collect. Oh, that's new. Look at that.
A direct monetary reward for your endeavors.
Curious to hear why they actually changed the voice actor, whether the other guy was simply unavailable to do new lines, or whether they wanted to go with someone with a different type of voice acting ability. I don't know what the reasons in are, but the computer voice is still the same nonetheless. Right, where were we? There was some crates around here, wasn't there? So I guess I've got both of them. It was a very nice effect there when I destroyed the crate and it exploded into a rain of coins. There we are, there's the other container. I thought there was another one there. Energy core extension, that's always worth having. Increase the ship's armour by a certain percentage, effectively reducing any incoming damage. We'll keep that, and we'll change the weapon overdrive. More energy is always good. Wasn't there another device around here as well? Now, there is also been some changes to the first-person view. There's still no pilot in here, unfortunately, but I guess that will change at a certain point. But we've also now got a first-person mode without the cockpit for people who like flying like that. I still like the third-person mode myself, though. Taking a bit of a long time here, so eventually you do end up with the warship or the interceptors jumping in, and they make life very, very difficult, so I would then have to get out of here at that point. But for now, we're going to continue picking up the various resources here. Now, one of the big changes that I really do want to see is the derelict space stations. I don't know how far in to the various sectors you have to get to see them. Maybe we'll see one on this run, but we've been going for quite a while already, been playing for a while already. I know we're still only in the first zone, but the game is certainly becoming more slick as it progresses along. You can see the version number down the bottom. We're still only on a very early version, 0.4.2. So version 1 is still a very long way off, and I'd certainly like to see what the developers' intentions are for version 1 of this game. I'm sure it's going to be a very well developed game with quite a bit of depth by then, considering the state of it at this point in early access. One more container. We get that. That looks rather interesting over there. Missiles by the looks of it. Let's see if we can shoot that down. Nanobots. Thank you. So what is that then? It's a base of some type over here. We'll try and take down the missile turret here. There we go, only one there. Worth it for the scrap. And very strange little outpost there with a flame effect coming out. Yeah, don't do that. One of the things I do really like about Everspace is the fact that you can fly through all the structures. Something I'd like to see in other space games. I mean, usually you can fly through space stations and the like, but I'd like to see abandoned and destroyed structures in something like Elite, for example. Another container over here. That energy enhancement certainly is... Oh, yeah.
You're drawing fire.
I don't like
Didn't pay enough attention there to that base, did I? Right, I'm going to get out of here anyway before we end up being destroyed again. Yeah, that enhanced time there for the jump is quite long. At least we can uninstall that if we so want. But there's a chance that we'll have reduced fuel on this particular jump. So for me, that is worth it. As you'll notice from my previous playthroughs, running out of fuel can be quite problematic for me. It's something I do quite often. Didn't seem to be much of a reduction there in fuel though. That's that one gone. So we've got some scrap, we've got some fuel. The fuel is good, although we got plenty of it in the previous zone. We didn't need it there. Now, judging by the amount of fuel that was dropped previously, actually, and the amount of fuel that seems to be dropped here already, there could well be a change made to the amount of fuel dropped. And that would be quite handy, because all too often, like I say, I had a bad tendency to run out of fuel, and that could be quite a nuisance, especially when you're in a zone where there's no further resources, which simply meant that you were stuck. There we go, we've got some plasma. Let's see what else there is around here. One more scan probe used. We'll have to craft a few more soon. Mineable ore, quite a way out that, but we'll go get in. Are they in range? They are in range. Are we going to get these?
It's like a swarm. Finish them off.
Phew. Getting a little bit tough, some of these situations. Certainly more enemies attacking you in a single go than previously. Sector 1 was always very, very easy before. Now, you will notice that I've still got the same difficulty setting. That hasn't changed at all. So either my skill in the game has dramatically reduced over the last couple of weeks, or else the recent patch has made things a little bit harder out here. So we are going to need to do some repairs in a minute. Let's have a look. Jump in there now, and yep, we can see we've got no damage done to the ship's components, and hopefully that's partly due to the perk I purchased. Right, now there's a container over there. It is near some type of vessel, but hopefully that's a installation that is abandoned. It doesn't seem to have any turrets around it. I'm paying attention this time, rather than simply running up to it blind, and it's just an empty structure. There we go. Anything else? Or can we move on? Oh no, one more. Oh, a couple more containers. Now they're G&B containers. Not interested in going for them. But I will go for the container over to the right there, once I've taken up this mineable ore. Love the lighting effect on the planet there. Right, one more container I believe, and then missile. Now, tried to shoot it down but missed it. Let's head on out. Yeah, surprising, the 100% increase there, or the 100% reduction, whatever way you want to look at it, does make quite a difference. And off we go to Zone 3 in Sector 1. We're going to go the easy route, I think. So, unfortunately, no derelict space stations just yet. I guess they can't make them too common. They are meant to be very big structures, places you can fly right inside of. Now, here, if you need fuel, these are the things to go for, the best targets, especially if they're not owned. Now, unfortunately, these may be owned by... yeah, these may be owned by G&B, and they actually were. Silly mistake. I'm going to just get out of here. Simply jump to the next zone. I should have really checked around the fuel containers to see whether or not they were owned. They usually are, but sometimes the other ships are not that close by. So nearly into Sector 2 here. G&B will still be hostile to me here, unfortunately. Ah, this looks interesting. Let's see if we can craft... we don't want that. Salvage that, and we'll craft a few more scanning probes. There we go. Look at that, some engines there, I assume. Wherever this come from was a large vessel indeed. Looks like hostiles are fairly close by. One down. One drone to go. The others that nearby, they're not that close, but they're probably heading on over this way. Unfortunately, it looks like they're in the same direction as all the resources I'm after, so let's take out these before we go any further. Right, that's that done. Let's go for the tech container over here. Shield breaker missiles. Damage limiter. You know, I've never really bothered with damage limiters. I prefer the nano injector, to be honest. Instantly repairs a certain amount of hull hit points. The exact amount depends on the ship's nanobot efficiency. So I'm going to keep the nanobot injector and salvage the damage limiter. And I'm also going to salvage the shield breaker missiles because I don't have a lot of use for them. I prefer ones that do outright damage. Right, what else we got around here? We've got some mineable crystal, some mineable ore, and that looks like just about it. So we get that, and we head on into the next sector. Plenty of ore there. Right, there's that large asteroid around here somewhere, so I'm going to have a look at that. I think there's some resources in there. Mineable crystal, if I remember targeting that right. Although we've picked up quite a bit of it already, so where is it? Right, okay. There we go. So yeah, mineable crystal. All these are used for constructing various things, and as yet I haven't actually updated my ship or modified it yet, have I, on this particular run? Maybe later. Haven't needed it just yet. Rather prefer to assemble as much as I possibly can, or collect as much as I possibly can before I start crafting anything anyway. Right, there we go. Just got to be careful coming out of here. Right, and in we go. Is that all of it? Looks like it, doesn't it? Right, and I think we are gonna simply jump now. Oh, God. Secondary weapons damage, that's the last thing I wanted there. That's just a silly maneuver on my behalf. I need 3 nanobots to repair that. Well, that really sums up this playthrough, doesn't it? There's been a lot of stupid mistakes. Happens from time to time, I guess. Really wish it hadn't happened right there, though. Just before my entry into Sector 2. What happened is that I was actually looking at the large asteroid there, wondering whether or not to go back for the extra mineable crystal, and I couldn't be bothered to go back and get it, and I kind of wish that I had done so. But never mind. Some gorgeous looking gaseous nebula backdrops there. Right, unfortunately no large space stations here, but I think this is where we're going to leave it for today. Let's pick up these containers first.
You are acquiring a taste for cast-offs, by the looks of things.
Right. That nanos should allow me to repair the weapons and repair a little bit of damage to the ship. And where are we? Let's give it a few more minutes anyway. I was about to end it there, but let's keep going for just a moment longer. Now we've got the ship repaired. It's not too bad, is it? Plenty of ore around. Give me that. What else have we got? Any containers? Tech container over there. The friendlies over here took care of the fighters that were in this area as soon as I jumped in, so that's always nice. Bit of a shame because obviously I lose out on credits, but it's nice because I don't actually have to deal with them myself. Got a damage booster. What else? What else is going on? Some mineable crystal and another tech container. If I just picked up that mineable crystal previously without hesitating and looking back, I wouldn't have made the mistake of crashing into the asteroid, would I? Right, where are we here? Tech container. Fusion blaster. When did I pick up that scatter gun? Let's have a look at the damage done here. Shield DPS. We'll have the fusion blaster, I think, and salvage the scattergun. Yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? Got to go a bit lighter on the booster. Right. Zone 2, Sector 2, here we come. Fuel consumption is going pretty well. Looking forward to seeing all the other enhancements we can put into the ships. A bit of surprise that they implement the ability to have enhancements but don't actually put them in the game just yet. But there we go, unless I'm missing something. Right, there's going to be a natural hazard in this, so likely a storm or something like that. Those usually interfere with shields, but they're normally very nice to look at. And you can see some gorgeous looking area here. I love this cloud effect, really, really do. And these rocks are pretty nice as well. Oh, I'm not sure which way to go. We've got a large structure this side and something over there, which looks like something I've never actually seen before. So unless that's actually a large rock, no, it seems to be part of a station. That's what I was hoping to see. Let's go inside it and see what we can find. Yeah, be careful about destroying things like that. Always shooting things. See something glow, then shoot it. Not always the wisest choice, is it? I'd assume that is those are the shield generators. So what I'm going to do is come out here and shoot the other one. There we go. The shields are down at least one side. What are these things? Access key needed. Ooh, this is nice and interesting. Completely different to what we've seen so far. Looks like those holes are a little bit too small to fit in. Oh no, we can get in there. Right, as long as you're not in the same room as that explosion, it seems that things are not too bad. This is where I'd rather use joypad rather than mouse and keyboard for the game, because you've got probably analog functionality over the thrusters, and that's something that would be very, very useful in here. So where's the key?
Your stats.
Right, let's see if we can get around the other side of that. Unfortunately, oh no, I had nearly destroyed it. The sentry dark drone. I thought it was protected by the shield there, but crikey. It's looking like that shield generator is actually protected by the shield itself. How do we get in there then? Very curious. Underneath maybe? Oh no, still the other side of the shield. Right, let's see if we can... No, we can't shoot through there either. Right, I'm going to have to be careful now. I'm very conscious of the amount of time that this is actually taking. Before too much longer, we're going to end up with some interceptors on our backsides, and I don't really want that just yet. Simply because the sensors are impaired here, which means I've got no jump coordinates to get out of here. Alright, so they are half exposed. Plasma Mine Mark III. Not worried about them, we'll salvage them for now. Downside is, I cannot see obstacle blocks away. Does it look like we can jump out now? Downside is, we don't seem to have found a key to get out of here. Open these doors up. Unless they don't open. No, here they are. Okay, well I wonder where we find that access key. It doesn't seem to be in here, does it? Let's go and... Oh no. Very odd. Let's go have a look at the other structure. Where was that one? Can't seem to find them. Where's it gone? Over there. Right, sensors are simply impaired here because I'm too close to this cloud here, the storm interference. And I can't see anything upon initial inspection there. And oh, what is wrong with me today? That damn booster. Let's have a look. Don't keep doing it. Well, let's jump out of here then, I guess. That is where we'll leave it, I think, today. Well, let's jump into the next sector, into the next zone, rather, and have a very quick look. And that is where we'll leave it for today, I think. What have we got here? As always, graphically impressive, and that looks like a slightly different structure to what we normally see. Okay then, we'll be back soon with some more Everspace. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.